Hello, so today I'm going to teach you how to bleach the knots on your closures and frontals properly. You're going to need a whisk, an angled coloring brush, a coloring brush with rounded edges. I use the Prism Lights coloring bleach powder. However, you can use whichever bleach you'd like. This one has color correcting properties in it. A mixing bowl, color correcting drops, which I did not use, and of course your frontal from the mcexperience.com. So here in this clip, you're going to see me taking the hair out of the package. Initially, the frontal is not going to look that beautiful. Sometimes when you do unpack your hair, it's not going to look its greatest. You have to keep in mind that it may have been packed for a little while and it has gone through the shipping process. But however, in the next clip, you will see just how beautiful this frontal is. And I promise you, I didn't put any product on here. I didn't wash, I didn't do anything. All I did was simply take a wide tooth comb and comb through this frontal. Look at that shine, look at that luster. It looks like a totally different closure. This closure is from the mcexperience.com, and I will link the information down below. Okay, so right here I'm just showing you the knots that are not bleached. This is what we're trying to get rid of. We do want our frontal or closure to look more natural, so that's why we bleach our knots. Okay, when working with product, you do want to make sure you have your gloves on, get your bowl, and get your bleach. You will see me using 3 scoops of bleach, but you will not need that much. I decided to go ahead and bleach 3 closures at the same time, which is why I have so much bleach in there, but you do not need that much. You do, however, want to use a 20 volume developer. Drew a blank there. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to use a 20 volume developer, and I'm going to make sure that my consistency is thick and pasty. You will see in a second that it's very thick. It will not move, and that's what you want. You do not want it seeping through your closure or your frontal. Otherwise, you run the chance of bleaching the hair underneath it, and that's not what you want it. Whenever I'm bleaching my frontals and my closure, I like to go ahead and stick it on top of the foil beforehand, because it just makes it easier, it makes it less messy, and you're able to just quickly fold the foil over and move on to the next project. Now here I'm showing you my brush going into the bowl, and look at how thick and pasty this is. That's exactly how you want it to be. You don't want it to run, you don't want it falling off, and you're going to slowly begin putting the bleach onto the closure. Be very careful when doing this, because you do not want to press too hard and cause the bleach to seep through. You do not want this onto the hair. You only want it to sit on top of the lace, and that way it can ensure that you're not bleaching unwanted spots in the hair. Once you bleach the hair, it can be color corrected. However, it's just a whole lot easier just to do it right the first time. So after I've applied the bleach to a good majority of the frontal, I'm going to go in with that small angled brush from the beginning of the video, and I'm going to use it for precision. What I mean by that is I'm going to take the brush and go along the edges where if I used a larger brush, it would be likely that I'd get bleach onto the hair, and I don't want that. So we're just going to use this small angled brush to get into those really small places. Okay, and once you're done, go ahead and cover your closure or your frontal with the foil and allow it to process for 30 minutes. Here I'm going to show you how to apply the bleach onto a closure. The first one was a frontal and this is a closure. This is a kinky straight closure from the MC experience as well, and it's a lot smaller than a frontal. A closure just simply goes in a small section of the hair, but basically bleaching the knots is the same. You're going to be very precise with your brush, and then after that you're going to go in with that small angled brush again and get those extra sides of the closure where you don't want to risk getting the bleach onto the hair. So here, this is what the hair looks like. This is what the lace looks like underneath. The brown spots are where the bleach processed, and that's what you want your closures to look like. It should be brown. It should no longer look black like it did initially in the beginning. Look at how natural that looks. Just look at that. It looks like scalp. That's what we're trying to achieve. We want it to look natural. You want it to look scalp-like. If it doesn't look like that, sometimes you'll be able to tone it. However, since I did use a bleach that already had toning properties in it, I didn't have to tone it. So that's why it came out looking that way. So this is the way the hair should look after it's been washed, conditioned, and air dried. It looks like a wet and wavy, but that's not the look I was going for. So I took a wide tooth comb and began combing through the hair, and you will see just how much this hair came to life. It is so beautiful. I love it.